Okay, that's fine. Had I known you would be willing to discuss this outside of court, I would have tried. You didn't even ask me. Just cancel all of this court stuff now so we can do this ourselves. Well, it's too late to do that now. Sorry, but it'll be fine. Okay, so then, like I said before, I'll just wait to hear from your attorney. Okay, but just so you know how this works, he will be proposing a plan that I came up with. You'll read it over and let him know if you agree with it or not. I think you'll be fine with it, though. You'll have to read over all the details, but for the most part it just says that I'll get Jakey once a week every month, to weekend every month. Preferably alternating, and then we can also alternate the big holidays. Connie, are you joking right now? That's practically 50-50th custody. Well, you can submit a counter offer. Hello, is this Melissa? Yes, hi, how can I help you? This is Attorney Stone. Connie, I believe, told you that, so we'll be contacting you. Yes, she did, and I have to be honest, I was completely blindsided by all of this. I understand, and I also understand you don't have an attorney. I will do my best to make this as easy and simple for you as possible. The way you would make this easy is to tell your clients that they are crazy for thinking they should be getting any type of custody and drop all of this. It's all not necessary. I can't do that, ma'am. Now the judge has requested a written proposal agreed upon by both sides prior to court next week. This is pretty standard procedure. Normally myself and the other attorney will put it together. But in this case, since you are representing yourself, I'll need it from you ASAP. It will be in everyone's best interest to have a plan in court. Otherwise, he will think you're not being cooperative and will think you're not acting in the child's best interest. I just don't understand. I have never kept him from her. I take him to her all the time. I'm going to email you the full proposal that my client and I put together. Please look it over and let us know if you agree with it or not. If not, you'll have to write up and submit your own by tomorrow. Can I ask you something? Is grandparent rights common practice? I don't handle too many of these cases, but I do think they are necessary at times. In this case, with her son being incarcerated, she just wants to make sure she is able to maintain her relationship with Jakey. So she, as a grandma, can just gain partial custody. No, ma'am, it's not custody. While in some unique and rare cases grandparents can and do gain custody, grandparents' rights is a way for them to maintain a relationship with their grandchild without any interference. This is usually in cases where there is an established relationship and something happens to one of the custodial parents. So this is something Connie can get even if I already allow them to see him and maintain their relationship. I'm sorry, but if you have more legal questions, you should seek your own attorney. I have other paying clients to attend to. I'll be waiting for your email. Melissa reads over the proposal. Connie and George are requesting the following: 1.1 week a month, Monday through Friday, 2 weekends a month, 3 alternating holidays, 4 alternating birthdays, 5 1 whole month in the summer. Melissa is so upset after reading this she decides to call her mom to vent. Hey mom, do you have a few minutes to talk? Hey honey, how are you? Of course, what's going on? I really didn't want to worry you or stress you more because I know how much everything going on has affected you. What's wrong? You're scaring me. Mom, it's all awful. Connie and George are suing me for grandparents' rights of Jakey. I've been trying to deal with it on my own, but this is turning into a nightmare. Melissa, I don't care how stressed you think I am, you can always come to me about anything. You should have told me sooner. You sound so upset. I know. I'm sorry. You should see this proposal she submitted. It's insane how much she is asking. Now please explain to me what the he 11 are grandparent rights? I'm still learning myself. I have never heard of it before. Okay, so what all is she asking for? Melissa reads the proposal to Barb, her mom. You're right, that's completely insane. I don't understand how this is even allowed. Will a judge even agree to this? I have no idea, and all of my money is tied up with the divorce attorney, so I can't even hire one to deal with this. And he wants way too much more money to take this case on too. You have always been nothing but nice to her, and she seems to have always been good to you. I'm just trying to understand where this came from. It all started after the restraining order against Tabitha. My guess is that she's mad I got it and that it extends to Jakey. Oh honey, I'm so sorry you're dealing with this. I wish you could just move back home. You know you are always more than welcome to live here. I really want to move back home, but I can't until the divorce is finalized. And now this stupid case too. I wish we could help you more. I feel so helpless being far away. I don't know how any judge in his right mind would grant a grandparent so many rights with me being alive and well and taking good care of him. I could kind of understand if I was unfit. But this is so crazy to me. I'm sure it'll all be fine. I don't see that happening either. And you're right, you have been nothing but an amazing mother. Jakey is lucky to have you. Thanks, Mom. I really needed to hear that right now. Hey, Melissa, me attorney just informed me that he hasn't gotten a response from you yet regarding the proposal we submitted. Did you have a chance to go over it yet? Yes. He also mentioned you had a lot of questions. I hope you were able to find someone to answer them for you. Did you hire your own attorney? No, I told you I can't afford one. And what about the proposal? I had to read it over a few times. I'm still working on my counter-offer, even though I still think this is completely out of line and not necessary. A counter-proposal without an attorney, that's bold. I'm curious as to what you didn't like about my original proposal, though. I thought it was incredibly fair. Connie, let me spell this out for you from my perspective. I have never kept him from you. I have never denied you seeing him on holidays, and even invited you to his birthday party on his actual birthday that just passed. This is all after everything that happened between me and Zach and our inevitable divorce. I still considered you family. You have even spoken to me about having both of us over for the holidays. I was so grateful for because my family lives hours away and I can't afford the trip, but was happy to see you still considered me family too. I'm not understanding what this has to do with my proposal and what you don't like about it. What's wrong is you are demanding all this time with me, which is ultimately a lot less time with me. He already basically lost one parent, and you're completely disrespecting me in the process. I thought we had a good relationship here. I don't understand why you would go through all their trouble just to be even more stress on my plate, not to mention more financial burden. Oh, God bless you. You are taking this so personal. This is nothing personal against you. So then does this also have nothing to do with what your mom did and the restraining order I had to get against her? Well, of course it does. That put me in a hard place. How am I supposed to have you both over for the holidays now? Obviously, that's not a possibility. Let me remind you whose fault that is. While my mother didn't make the best choice, she also wasn't the one to file for a restraining order. So now I'm put in a difficult situation. And if I have to choose between my mother and you, obviously I'm going to pick my own mom. Right, but also remember that the order extends to Jakey. So even if you have him on a holiday, you still wouldn't be able to have her there. Well, if I have temporary custody on the holidays, I wouldn't have to worry about that. Yes, you would. The order extends to him no matter what. I don't have to be there with him for it to count. I am well aware of that. It's fine. Go ahead and submit your counteroffer. Just remember it needs to be submitted before our court date. You don't want to make yourself look like you are alienating him from his family. The judge won't like that. Please do not contact me anymore. I will only be speaking to your attorney from here on out if needed. What about Jakey? How will I contact you for my visits? I guess that will be determined in court. So now you aren't going to let me see him at all until the court date. Considering the fact that you said some concerning things about ignoring his order of protection and having him around a person that was willing to put him in harm's way, no? I'm not comfortable with him being with you unsupervised unless if you can guarantee me your mother will not be around him in your care. I'll make sure to document this with my attorney. He is looking forward to your response. Melissa came up with a counteroffer on her own, laying out specific stipulations. Melissa's counteroffer. 1. Connie and George can have 1 week during the summer. 2. 1 weekend a month at Melissa's discretion. 3. Holidays can be celebrated but must be a week before or a week after. Not on the actual holiday, and the weekend must not interfere with another holiday or birthday. 4. All visits must follow restraining order in place against Tabitha. If the order is violated, all visits will immediately stop and this agreement will be void. Thank you for your response. I have documented your counter proposal and would also like to let you know that my clients have read over your counter and do not agree with it. Okay, so is there another counter offer from her? No, I think it is obvious we won't come to an agreement, so we will present both offers to the judge and he will take it from there. Do you need anything else from me? No, and unless something changes, this will be all until our court date. What would change? If you would change your mind on the proposal my client offered? Or if they do? My clients have made it clear to me that their offer is their final and best offer already. Alrighty then, I guess court it is. According to the plan I submitted, I would like to start my weekends with Jakey this weekend if possible, and then we can just alternate. I didn't agree to that plan. Well, just so you know, it will look very bad to the judge if you don't cooperate and start following a plan before court. If you deny me access until the court date, it'll only hurt your case. Okay. So you don't care I worked hard to come up with that plan too. It's a fair plan. I don't think this judge will be as nice as I am. And my attorney just told me this judge knows us because he just heard our last case with our granddaughter. If this is pertaining to our case, please have your attorney contact me to discuss. My attorney doesn't need to be the one to facilitate our schedule and visits. Again, there is no set schedule. Neither of us agreed to one, so until court I will not be following anything. You're wrong. That's not how this works. The judge will see this as alienation. I'm only telling you this to help you since you have never done this before and don't have an attorney to lead you. Okay, Connie. So when can I pick Jakey up? Or would you rather drop him off? We are busy this weekend. Okay, what about next weekend? We have an open schedule. Next weekend is my birthday, which I know you know. We are busy. This is exactly why I went ahead and filed for grandparents' rights, to avoid this from happening and losing my Jakey. Okay. You clearly have no intentions of letting me see him. Again, if you have to speak to me regarding the case, please go through your attorney. Fine, I'll see you in court. Prepare to be very disappointed. Good morning. We are here on a case filed by the plaintiffs Connie and George for grandparents' rights of minor Jakey. Counselor, I see your clients are present. Yes, Your Honor. Both are here and I will be representing both of them. Thank you, Counselor. And hello, Connie and George. I wasn't expecting to see you both again so soon. This is a different case, Your Honor.